how many excuses do you need for the story? And this is kind of my thinking, because it's like some stories are basically that willing suspension of disbelief agreement, where you've given people basically story logic for the story to work. And that's what they intend to see fulfilled. That's kind of the rules of your world. But yet, oftentimes, stories may break those rules. And that is why people complain often about bad writing, because like something happened that wasn't within the logic. Now, it could have been in your logic as the writer, but it wasn't in the logic of the rules you've laid out for them so far. So then that can kind of be worked for a reveal of something deeper, or just kind of a plot twist for sake of a plot twist, or to get them out of trouble. So I think the thing is that you want to avoid the excuses that break the logic of your story. Like, for example, you can have like the normal human, generally peak human or Olympic level, whatever you want to call it, in a team of superhumans. So naturally, you would think that the peak human is generally weaker. But oftentimes you have that thing where it's like, oh, because of prep time, they tend to defeat all the other members of their team easily. And there's kind of the same where it's like, okay, but if this is a scheduled fight, does the other side have prep time as well? So that's kind of one of the things you need to figure out, is like, what's the circumstance about this? How far do you have to drive the win? And again, it kind of makes that thing where it's like, oh, they've masterminded this so completely that they are able to pull it off, versus they're actually having to try to scrape together whatever plan they have to come up with something. They may have half a plan, but they need to figure out how to actually execute it on the fly now, because the fight is happening now when they didn't actually intend it to happen. So again, throwing that wrench in creates almost more interesting scenario than just having them single-handedly beat an opponent easily. And I think that's the thing, is that you don't want someone who just counters all their challenges easily, unless you are writing a wish fulfillment character. But I think the key here is that you want a character to learn from their losses, or both win and lose at times. So it's not always like instant win. There's that earning the win because you've had to learn from your mates, or had to just pull yourself back up. But anyway, those are kind of my thoughts on this. But what do you think about them?